I'm David Flint from Australians for Constitutional Monarchy, Australia's largest and oldest organisation dedicated to preserving, to protecting and to defending our Australian constitutional system, the role of our Australian crown in it, and our Australian flag. The Victorian Premier, Daniel Andrews, has flagged opening Parliament not with the Lord's Prayer, but with a multi-faith ceremony. Over the last few years, there's been a move, primarily among Republican politicians, to get rid of the very ancient practice of opening Parliament each day with prayers. And what's the problem there? In Canberra, the Speaker has always begun with a prayer, Almighty God, we humbly beseech Thee to vouchsafe Thy blessing upon this Parliament, direct and prosper our deliberations to the advancement of Thy glory and the true welfare of the people of Australia. The Speaker follows this with the Lord's Prayer. Now, one of the 6 pillars of the Australian nation are our civil society, which are based on Judeo-Christian values. And those values permeate every one of the other pillars of the nation, including the rule of law. Sharing those common values, those Judeo-Christian values, doesn't mean at all that we should all be Christians, or that even we should all be believers. It's just that as Australians, we should obviously share the same important, common, basic values set out as they are in the Lord's Prayer, especially in the request to forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, and, of course, to deliver us from evil. Opening Parliament with the Lord's Prayer is entirely consistent with our origins and our constitutional system. That's why the Republicans aim to attack those values. They have those values in their sights, just as they have the flag, just as they have the checks and balances on the powers of politicians in their sights. That's why they put up a model in 1999 which hadn't much to do with being a republic and everything to do with increasing the powers of the politicians and doing away with the checks and balances we must have on those politicians in the exercise of power. That's why we should keep the Lord's Prayer and not substitute it, as the Republicans want to, with some so-called multi-faith ceremony. Until next time, I'm David Flint from ACM, supporting the Constitution, the Crown, and the flag.